July 30, 2026. I need to look at Facebook quickly before my morning walk. Trump is withholding disaster aid from blue states, the same states that pay more. I'll say it again, the same states that pay more in federal taxes than they get back in federal spending, which props up the red states. Maybe it's time the blue states kept their money instead. I've wondered about that often. We are still in a republic, but we're starting to smell like a banana. I guess he's referring to a banana republic. Continuing down the page, what else do we have here? Something about behind the blue curtain. Fauci. What a great distraction from the Iran war. Measles outbreak, parasite outbreaks, voter rights, the cost of Medicare, the Epstein files. Let me say that again and again. The Epstein files, hidden from the world. Why could that be, President Trump and friends? Midterm elections and more important items than the QAnon conspiracy theory witch hunt on Dr. Fauci, the guy with the PhD, all the listings in Wikipedia for research in medicine, medical science. Anyway, he was asked such stupid questions by Josh Hawley, asking him what color is his tie, what color is the carpet, and then just attacks him. Republicans in Congress cannot face real issues. They're trying to say he's corrupt. Well, they best look at their boss first and all his enablers. I would agree. Breaking news. Fauci invokes Fifth Amendment during Senate testimony, reframes for answering questions. I would do the same. That's nothing but a great big witch hunt. Overused phrase. Be that as meant. Look at this. Pictures of Donald Trump sleeping on the job. You didn't get to call Biden Sleepy Joe for years and don't pull this shit every day. The country cob crook follow. No, about horses. I like horses. California just became the first major grid system on the planet to generate more than 50% of its electricity from solar in a month. I will fact check that. Fact checking the question: did California become the first major grid system to produce 50% of its electricity from solar? And this is Google. I could fact check this elsewhere, but I have things to do. Yes, California just became the first major power grid system on Earth to generate over 50% of its electricity from solar across an entire month, hitting 51% during the month of May. This is a Facebook post, by the way. Mom's Clean Energy, I suppose. I'm not a member of that group. In any case, it says key milestones, monthly record, solar supplied 51% of total energy generation across the Casio grid territory for the entire month of May. Afternoon peaks, solar output recently reached 23 gigabytes, supplying 70% of the region's afternoon demand. And battery support. Large-scale battery storage discharged a record 12.99 gigawatts to cover evening peak demands after sunset. This is from the Solar Energy Industries. So I suppose I could look that up, find it elsewhere. In any case, if this is fact, and I suppose it is, we should expect to see these numbers duplicated and exceeded in the future. Something to keep in mind. I am an advocate of returning to the history of Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter. Had we followed his advice, we'd have 20% renewables by the year 2000. By now, who knows? I know one thing, we wouldn't be in Iran bombing babies. And California became first grid. Moms, Air Force, California just became first. A lot of stuff here. Good news from the power grid California just hit. This is Facebook, Reddit. I don't like these sources. They're okay for brief forays into the solar world. 6 records solar storage have crushed so far this year. Let's take a look at that. Something here from U.S. Energy administration, but it's the Trump administration, so I don't know if I believe it at all. And here we go. SEIA, accept all cookies. A couple guys, top of a solar panel. Solar storage made 91% of all new grid capacity added. For the first time ever, solar generated more electricity than coal. Look at this. Solar finally beats coal on U.S. grid in May. California batteries discharged nearly 13 gigawatts in a single evening, covering 44% of demand. California smashed its solar generation record with 23 gigawatts, covering 72% of the afternoon average. Good for California. As a former resident of that great state, I'm sorry all those people moved there and clogged the freeways. Texas set 4 records of its own. So, California, you have some competition. Who else is on here? Major grid operators in the country set new solar records. And I got here by Facebook, of all things. You may also like, lots of good things here. Major solar storage challenges and opportunities, taking solar storage. I'm Ed Evans, and that's all I got to say. California is making headway, though. They have to. I wish people would move out. Way overpopulated, and rather than blame all California's problems on its government, look to all the people that moved there. And now they clutter the streets. What makes America different from other countries? Well, I'm beginning to wonder. Dear America, your politicians are committing mass treason. It's time to do something. Sincerely, the world. Treason, I get it. I get the treason. Look at these faces supporting treason. January 6th. If that's not treason, I don't know what to tell you. How is it people can be triple Trumpers, especially after January 6th? Sam Karana. Global sea ice in danger. See more. This will have its own video, I hope. There is a link in the description box below where Sam talks about double blue ocean event, the Arctic and Antarctic. It's an as if, but it will come to be. It's just a question of when, not if. Probably not this year, but we don't know. Trump has neither the power nor courage to win his war with Iran. He never has and never will. He was told months ago his plan will not work. That's from Occupy Democrats. I'm not a Democrat. So stop eating eggs and stop eating factory farm stuff. There are ways in which humans, even 8 billion of them, can live well without polluting the atmosphere beyond sustainability. It's all about appropriate technology. Organic eggs have worse impact on climate than eggs from caged chickens. I wouldn't doubt it. Dr. Fauci is a deeply caring physician, a brilliant scientist, an extraordinary public servant, humanitarian, and a patriot. Consider where he worked, whose work has helped save tens of millions of lives. It is a shame to watch him be dragged in front of the Congress in the name of bogus conspiracy theories. I want you to compare and contrast Trump with Fauci. Fauci was a humanitarian. He chose to work in a medical field, as opposed to Trump, who was a scandal-ridden real estate provocateur. Occupy Democrats. What's this? The timing of the outrage cycle is not an accident either. While cable news spends the week over a diary that mostly makes Fauci look diligent, RFK Jr. is overseeing the worst measles outbreak in a generation. CDC, Center for Disease Control, reported 213 million measles cases in 2026 alone, more than all of 2025. I will move on. Story speaks for itself, and they're attacking Fauci. How many measles cases came out during Fauci's tenure? Anyway, if Fauci screwed up somewhere, well, that's the way it happens. He did nothing like Trump's doing or Kennedy. It's a fucking travesty of justice how Trump and Republican Party are going after Anthony Fauci, a true American hero and patriot who helped save millions of lives. Shame the fuck on all of them, especially when they do nothing to prosecute pedophiles. I will say again, especially when they do nothing to prosecute pedophiles. I'm having fun. Steve Rich. Oh, there he is. U.S. doctors discover new link between rising measles cases among children and their parents being gullible morons. News Trump. News Trump. Very good. Okay. Maybe this is a dumb Canadian question, but how come the president is allowed to do so much illegal stuff and still gets to be president? Good question. Oh, here's one from the Resistance. Good then, Mike. Release Epstein files. Then we talk Christian. Johnson declares America needs Bible and must return to Jesus Christ. We need to return to the Epstein files. I'm going to cut it here.